the summer of 1923, a Parisian kitchen fitter pressed the final metro tile into place in this kitchen. 6 square meters, no dishwasher, no built-in oven, no granite island, just ceramic, copper, and the particular intelligence of someone who understood that a small kitchen should be, both beautiful and honest. Today, we're spending time in one of the smallest and most quietly extraordinary kitchens in Paris. And I want to show you something that most interior design channels have never thought to ask. What did the kitchens of 1920s Paris understand about small space design that most kitchens built today have completely forgotten? I've been in a lot of kitchens, modern kitchens, renovated kitchens, kitchens that cost more than most cars. And I will tell you honestly, very few of them have what this kitchen has. Not because of the budget, not because of the size, but because of the thinking behind it. And that thinking is over 100 years old. Let me show you what I mean. History and context. The Parisian kitchen before 1920. To understand what the 1920s did for the Parisian kitchen, we need to understand what came before it. In 19th century Paris, the kitchen was not a room you were meant to see. It was a service space, hidden at the back of the apartment, designed for staff, not for the family that lived there. Dark walls, functional surfaces, no aesthetic consideration whatsoever. The kitchen was, in the architecture of that era, a place of necessary shame. The 1920s revolution. And then something changed. The 1920s in Paris were a decade of radical rethinking of everything. Art, music, fashion, literature, and yes, the domestic kitchen. Two forces drove this transformation. The first was purely social. Domestic staff was disappearing. The bourgeois families who had always had someone else cook for them were now cooking for themselves. And suddenly, the kitchen needed to be a place they could actually bear to spend time in. You see, the second force was Art Deco itself, the belief that beauty and function were not opposites, that a kitchen tile could be as considered as a mosaic in a cathedral, that a faucet could have the presence of a sculpture. There's a word the French use for this, and I think it's the most important word in any conversation about kitchen design. The word is soigné. It means carefully attended to. It means that someone thought about every detail, not because it was expensive, but because it mattered. The kitchen we're standing in right now is soigné, and that quality, that care, is exactly what's missing from most kitchens I walk into today. Why small was not a problem. Here's the thing that surprises most people when I tell them. The architects of the 1920s did not consider a small kitchen a problem to be solved. They considered it a constraint that produces excellence. When you cannot add more, you must make everything better. Every surface must justify its existence. Every material must earn its place. Every detail must work twice, functionally and aesthetically. This is the discipline of the Art Deco kitchen, and it is more relevant today than it has ever been. The detail tour. The metro tile. Let's begin here, because everything begins here. The Carrelage Metro, named for the Paris Metropolitan, where it was used to line the underground stations beginning in 1900, is the defining surface of the Art Deco Parisian kitchen. It is rectangular, approximately 7.5 by 15 centimeters, glazed ceramic in white or ivory, set with a dark grout in a brick bond pattern, and it is, without question, the single most functional and beautiful wall surface ever designed for a small kitchen. Why? Because the glaze reflects light, making a small kitchen feel brighter without adding a single window. Because the dark grout hides the inevitable marks of a kitchen that is actually used. Because the rectangular format creates a directional rhythm on the wall, horizontal lines that make the kitchen feel wider, or vertical lines that make it feel taller. And because it is honest. It does not pretend to be marble. It does not pretend to be stone. It is ceramic, made by hand, doing exactly what ceramic does best. I want to be direct with you about something. If you are renovating a kitchen, any kitchen, small or large, Parisian or not, and you are asking me what single choice will have the most impact for the least cost, it is this tile. Metro tiles in white or ivory, with charcoal or dark gray grout. I have never seen this choice look wrong. Not once. In 100 apartments, the 1920s got this right, and it has not stopped being right. The second element, brass. In the Art Deco kitchen, there was no stainless steel. There was no chrome. There was brass, or its close relative, bronze. Warm, heavy, present. A material that ages with extraordinary grace. The Art Deco faucet was not designed to disappear into the kitchen. It was designed to be seen, to be touched, to be the sculptural counterpoint to the flat plane of the metro tiles. Today, we have returned to brass, and for very good reasons. Brass faucets and hardware are now available at every price point, from budget to luxury. And the difference they make in a small kitchen is remarkable. Against white metro tiles, brass creates a conversation. It introduces warmth into a predominantly cool, ceramic surface. It says, "This kitchen has been considered. Someone made a choice here. And that choice was not accidental." Here is a practical note for those of you who are thinking about your own kitchens. The cheapest, fastest, most transformative upgrade you can make to any kitchen is this. Replace the hardware. Every drawer pull, every cabinet handle, every hinge you can access. From whatever you currently have to solid brass or brass finish in a simple, architectural shape. The cost is between $50 and $200 for a full kitchen. The visual difference is extraordinary. This was true in 1923, and it is true right now. Open shelving and display. The Art Deco kitchen did not hide its objects. It displayed them. Open shelving in the 1920s Parisian kitchen was not a trend or an aesthetic choice. It was a philosophical statement that the tools of cooking are beautiful, and beautiful things deserve to be seen. A copper saucepan hanging from a ceiling hook, a row of ceramic storage jars in graduated sizes, glass bottles catching the morning light. These were not decorations. They were the kitchen, arranged with the care of a gallery curator. The discipline here is essential, and this is where most people go wrong when they try to recreate this aesthetic. Open shelving only works when every object on it deserves to be there, not because it's expensive, because it's honest. A copper pot that is genuinely used every day has more presence on a shelf than 100 purely decorative pieces. Edit ruthlessly. Keep only what is beautiful and what is true. The ceiling of the Art Deco kitchen is almost always overlooked, and almost always its most underestimated element. In a small kitchen, the ceiling is the one surface that is never cluttered, never covered. It is always there, always clean, always available to do one job: distribute light. The 1920s kitchen used a single pendant light, almost always with a glass or ceramic shade in a warm tone. Not multiple spotlights, not under cabinet strips. One pendant, centered, creating a pool of warm light that makes the entire kitchen feel like an interior rather than a utility room. This is not nostalgia. It is physics and psychology working together. Warm, central, pendant lighting in a small kitchen creates a sense of gathered warmth that distributed spotlights simply cannot replicate. Your kitchen, anywhere. Now, I want to speak to those of you who are thinking about your own kitchens. Whether you're in a small apartment in London, a studio in Sydney, a flat in Hamburg, or anywhere else in the world. Because everything we've seen in this kitchen today is completely transferable. None of it requires Paris. None of it requires a budget you don't have. What it requires is the willingness to make deliberate choices. The Art Deco Kitchen Upgrade Plan. 5 decisions. Decision 1. The tile. If you are renovating or building, choose metro tiles in white or ivory with dark charcoal grout. If you cannot retile, consider PLN stick metro tile panels for a rental-friendly version. The pattern and material matter far more than the installation method. Decision 2. The hardware. As I said, replace everything. Drawer pulls, cabinet handles, the faucet if you can. Brass or brass finish, in a simple cylindrical or rectangular form. Set a budget of $100 to $200 and do it completely. Half measures don't work here. Decision 3. The light. Replace your existing fixture with a single pendant in glass or ceramic with a warm amber bulb, 2700 Kelvin or lower. If you cannot change the fixture, change every bulb to warm amber. The transformation is immediate and costs less than $30. Decision 4. The shelf edit. Take everything off your kitchen shelves or counter surfaces. Put back only what is ceramic, glass, copper, or wood. Only what is genuinely used. Only what is genuinely beautiful. If an object doesn't pass both tests, it goes in a cabinet. Decision 5. One copper or brass object of presence. A kettle, a colander, a set of measuring cups. Something that hangs or stands where it can be seen, that is made of a warm metal, that is used every day. This single object, more than any other, tells the story of a kitchen that has been lived in and loved. The anti-kitchen principle. I want to end this section with something that I think is the most important insight the Art Deco kitchen offers to anyone living in a small space today. The 1920s Parisian kitchen did not try to hide the fact that it was a kitchen. It did not pretend to be a living room. It did not conceal its appliances behind flush panels and push-to-open cabinets. It did not attempt to be invisible. Instead, it celebrated what it was. A place where food was prepared, where copper was heated, where ceramic was cleaned, where the smell of coffee and bread and garlic was not embarrassing but welcome. This honesty, this refusal to be ashamed of function, is what gives the Art Deco kitchen its particular beauty, and it is something we have lost and urgently need to find again. For point 2, I think about this a great deal, about what it means to live in a small space with honesty and intention. And I keep coming back to this kitchen, to what it understood in 1923 that we've somehow forgotten in 2026. That beauty is not about concealment. It's not about making your kitchen look like it isn't one. It's about making every detail of what it is as beautiful as it can possibly be. That's the lesson, and it's still available to all of us. Closing. In the summer of 1923, someone pressed the final metro tile into place in this kitchen. They were not thinking about Instagram. They were not thinking about resale value or trends or what the magazines would say. They were thinking about the person who would stand here every morning, making coffee, looking at these tiles, and needing that moment to feel like something worth having. ILS avant raison. They were right. Before I leave you today, I want to ask you something. What is the one thing in your kitchen that you genuinely love? Not what's expensive, not what's new. The one detail that makes you happy every time you see it. Tell me in the comments. Because I believe those details, the things we actually love in our own spaces, are always pointing us towards something true about how we want to live. Stay close. Merci. Au revoir de Paris.